Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We're back in Lotro, and I think it is time to go to a feast. So let's get started, shall we?
Do not speak the names of evil things, for you will call them.
You have done enough for the day, my friend. More than enough. Now it is time to take up your seat as an honored guest of the Karaluth. Our annual festival is almost upon us. I hope it will not be so bad as the impetuous young fawns have led you to believe. Ha! Speak with me again when you are ready. And it is a solo instance and cannot be completed in a fellowship, which, again, I don't know why. Are you ready for the festival? Come, Medriel. To me, you are an honored friend and guest.
Elder Regan has welcomed you to Lantaran and invited you to join in the Feast of the Running Stag, the Stag Clan's annual ritual, a tradition not often seen by strangers to Dunland.
Evil things stare in the night.
Good evening to you. You are just in time. The elder is still preparing, but the clan has gathered already. Come, follow me. This is the most important night of the year for my people. The elder will come out to speak soon. This looks like a good place to sit and watch. It's always so boring. Oh, it is not, Ethel. Hush. Ah, the mountain folk have arrived. But where's the family from the southern farm? They are missing. Welcome, my kin, to the Feast of the Stag. As many of you know, we gather each year to share our history. It is a sad history. It is a history that none should forget, not until the last of us is dead. Is it time to eat yet? Be silent, Kairos. Honored guest, will you fetch me the ritual crown? It is at my door. The elder smiles at you as you place the crown at his feet. Thank you, Medriel. This crown is for the kingdom, and for the king that has forsaken Dunland. It is for the children of this land who have been abandoned by Gondor. Never forget the king whose laws forsook us. For we are free, forsaken, and free. And bored. Medriel, will you fetch me the horsetail now? Ritual horsetail. That has something to do with Rohan, I bet. You have placed the horsetail at the elder's feet. Ah, here it is. Thank you again. My old eyes no longer see well. This horsetail is for Rohan, the land of usurpers. The horse lords are our bitter enemies, and they drove us from our rightful land. Someday the lands must belong to the Dunlandings again. Never, ever forget our rightful home. And one last favor, Medriel. The sphere. You have brought the elder the final piece of the set. Thank you, kind one. Ah, poor elder, this part of the ritual always rouses me. This is a spear of the Dragon Clan. It slew my son, who should have been leader after me. Look, there's Gudo. I knew he would come. My grandson's father's blood still stains its tip. With this spear, we remember that our own people have turned on us. We remember that Dunland is not one people with a common cause. We remember that our own brother clans chased us to the edge of Dunland, where we settled in peace in Trumdring, the land that nobody wanted. Grandfather. What is it, Gudo? Grandfather, a crow has returned, but it is injured. The crow's wing appears twisted, as if someone attempted to break it cruelly. The message's bore is still attached to its leg. You recognize it at once that this was the crow you sent to the southern farm. Something very unfriendly intercepted this poor bird. It is clear that the farmer's family never received the summons. Oh dear, Medriel. You see, Grandfather, there are more pressing matters than festivals. When you are Chief Gudo, you will be free to ignore all the festivals you like. But as far as I can tell, I am not yet dead. So until I am, you will show respect for our tradition. I am sorry, my people, but there might be some danger to the south. I am calling an early end to the festival. You may take food from the feast and return to your huts for now. So he actually does take that seriously.
Drugavar and Kunanoon hunt at night.
This is very unsettling. The poor bird tried to land, but friendly hands did not receive it. We will surely scout at first light. You heard the elder, Medriel. Our festival is at an end. You should take some food and rest, for you have earned it. We should leave, Medriel. I will talk to you again before I go scout the farm. I don't think this was where we, had the festival outside. Okay, there we are. Maybe we did have the festival outside. Who knows? Alright. Ah. I fear for what may have taken place in the Herdlands after that crow returned last night. A farmer lives there with his son, and a farmhand as well. I must ponder what to do. I would say it's pretty easy. We should probably go check it out. But, you know, that's just me. And it looks like we have gained some reputation. Ah, we are known to the men of Dunland, and we have received the title known to the Dunlandings.
Do not speak the names of evil things, for you will call them.
This is dreadful, Medriel. You saw the crow with your own eyes. I know something terrible has happened where Trev and his folk live in the Herdlands. Trev, his farmhand Kaloon, and his son Dilwyn have been helping to feed our folk from the wealth of the Herdlands for a long time. We must investigate. I worry that Elaine's safety must be compromised again, or Gudo's. I do not like throwing my only warrior into danger, or my only grandson. Alas, what am I to do? Well, I could go. You offer to go in Elaine's stead, Medriel. Is there no end to your bravery and generosity? You, a devoteod to us, would put yourself in danger to find a missing man you have never met? It does not seem possible. I do not know how we could ever repay you, good Medriel. The elder is grateful that Elaine just returned, may be spared the danger once more. And let's talk to Elaine.
I have not seen your kind before.
Are you certain that you want me to remain here? I am accustomed to danger, Medriel, but I suppose Elder wants me near in times such as these. I wish more than anything that my people were more like you, so I could fulfill my duties. Alright, so we need to go check out this farm and find out why these people, or why the bird that was sent to these people was so cruelly abused. Obviously it's nothing good, right? Yeah, this place is very pretty. Very wild, very pretty. But you notice that during the ritual feast they mentioned Rohan. And technically I think part of Rohan did once belong to the Dunlanders. Although technically it belonged to Gondor and was granted to the Rohan after they ate at Gondor. Yeah, there are a lot of hostile Dunlanders along the road here. And some Skarn, which we will grab. You hear muffled voices coming from the west bank. Where? Discovered the Herdlands. Okay. These people are good at hiding. That's all I can say. Ah. Do you mean to hurt us, Devodiad? You and many others, I am sure. Well, get it over with. We are outcasts and there is nothing left for us. We do not even have the means to escape into Inadwaith now. The Drake Luth will see us. We have no food. At least you can get us merciful death.
The old woman of the mountain says we should not trust Devodiad.
You do not mean to kill us, then? If you were here to help the farmers, you are probably too late. The Dragon Clan warriors destroyed and took everything. We passed through the farm 2 nights ago, but the next morning the deed was done. We heard the screams and saw the smoke. We have not had any food or water since. They do not seem to know that we are here, but what does that signify? It seems that we are going to starve in this very spot. Collect stolen food stores from the Dragon Clan. So they kill everybody at this farm? Which would be very sad and unfortunate for them. That means I gotta go down there and kick their butts. Nice buildings. Too bad we can't go in any of them. I would love to see what the inside of that looks like. That looks awful lot bit like a scholar's cache. Oh, we have a kin advertisement. It says, hello, folks of Middle Earth. Are you looking for friends to join your adventures? Perhaps you seek help in raids, or maybe you crave some RP. We have it all. Come join Company the East Road and embark on a whole new adventure. Company open to all races and classes. Prepare to become a friend. Resistance is futile. They sound like a friendly sort. Unlike these Dragon Clan, which are most assuredly not a friendly sort. Oh, apparently I can't attack that one. You're a looter, huh? No, I can attack that. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. Little bitty huts. But so far we have not gotten or found a single stolen food store. Although it's leading me back to those buildings there. So that must be their granary. Really? Really? Go away. Well, I don't see anything here. All right, we keep looking. Oh, is there some scorn over there? There is. Might as well grab it while we try to figure out where we're going. All right. I'm surprised we're not getting them off the Dunlenders hanging around here. Scout. Specifically says scouts. I've not seen any scouts. I've seen several looters that we can't interact with. I've seen a bunch of archers that we can kill. I've not seen any scouts. There's a raider. Alright, hold on. Stolen food and supplies can surely be found on the Dragon Clan scout who invaded the farm. You should steal food stores back from them. Aha, scout. Y'all making off with the goods? I don't think so. Okay. That's a raider. So they're very specific about who you have to kill here. How many do we have? 4? So we need 3 more. Alright, so bring the stolen food to the hiding Dunlunders. Alright, people. I thought that was the last we would see of you, Devodion. This is very generous. This will feed us until the chaos dies down. I hope we will be able to make our escape to Innisway soon. Thank you. Our odds were never very promising, but you have just improved them.
It is not our custom to trust Devodion, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
I might have heard someone from the herdsman's family the night the Dragon Clan came. I heard a terrible scream, but there was naught that we could do without weapons. There was no light at all. No light, only screams. The screaming went on, then was silent. Whatever happened to that poor family, it was nothing good. It is good of you to want to look for them, for to you certain it is worth the risk. It is folly to seek the dead while their killers lurk nearby. So we want to search for the farmer and his farmhand. Which we probably could have done while we were gathering supplies, but of course we didn't get the quest until just now. Hi. Hi. All right. It's like, get out of my way. And once again, these guys would not be calling me a high elf. I don't think they would know a high elf from an elf. And I'm not even sure they would know what an elf is. Well, probably they would know what an elf is. I'm sure they've had trade with elves before. Well, that's unfortunate. This is undoubtedly Trev, the chief herdsman in these lands. Trev appears to have been murdered during the invasion. His face and body are contorted, as if he died in considerable pain. Perhaps his were the screams heard on the night of the raid. This man probably worked for the farmer, but he lies face down in the water. It is obvious that he has not drawn breath for too long now. You have discovered the last member of Trev's family, and he too is dead, murdered and left at the river bank to be carried away when the rain comes. The elders will be sorely grieved by this news. The Stag clan has now grown smaller and more vulnerable. A glint catches your eye. Some metal upon Dilwyn's hand. He seems to be wearing a wedding band. You heard no reports of any woman from the Herdlands. The man was young. Perhaps his wedded recently, since he was last in Lantarin. If there was such a woman, you should find her. Perhaps there are signs of her somewhere in the Herdlands. You do not see her body, but there is a small footprint in the mud. Well, that's kind of sad that they all got murdered. Forgot about that. Now we're following footprints to... the trail's thankfully uninterrupted by tracks of pursuers.
The Uchtwairod requires us to give welcome to the Duvodiad.
Leave me. If you were here to save me, you are too late. My life is as done as the lives of my husband and our family. I do not know who you are, and I do not care. Just leave me. Hey, I will. Go ahead and take that. And, oh, well, she's got a ton of quests for us, doesn't she?
Hear me out, Duvodiad, for I have a tale to tell.
This form is nothing to the Stag Clan now. It only serves to create the Dreg Luth too close to Lontaran and the wilds of Trumdreng, while they feel the need to occupy it. It would be better if the whole place was burned to the ground, and me with it. Without hope, there's no future here. Not for me, and not for them. There is some sense to what Bloodwind says. It would likely be for the best if the farm was burned to the ground. The Dragon Clan would have no choice but to leave.
Hear me out, Duvodiad, for I have a tale to tell.
Looters came after the warriors to pluck valuables from the carnage left by the Dragon Clan. They will do the same wherever the raiders strike next. The greedy men are not warriors themselves. They do not have it in them to fight and kill. Do what you will with them, I care not. Men such as these might be able to give you information, since you are intent upon saving us all.
Hear me out, Duvodiad, for I have a tale to tell.
If you are determined to help me, I will defer your assistance to the herd instead. The herd bolted when they heard the battle shouts and smelled the bloodshed, but they are loyal to these fields, and they will return to the land where they were raised and cared for. I watched the Dragon Clan invaders set traps for the poor beast. If you have any kindness in you, you will disable the traps to ensure that the cattle are not cruelly harmed upon their return.
Hear me out, Duvodiad, for I have a tale to tell.
You will encounter many Dragon Clan while you roam the fields here. You would do well to thin their numbers, though I doubt we can be certain if they're being truly gone from this area for a number of days yet. The Dragon Clansmen are many, but their numbers cannot be endless. You should be merciless when these evil men attack you. They do not know mercy themselves. They show none to my poor husband and his kin. Alright, so that's Blodwyn. Alright, so we are going to help Blodwyn out, but we'll be doing that next time. And until then, bye for now.